Hello and welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com. We're with you here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Delivering live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time. Join us in the chat room. Discussions continue there throughout the show. I appreciate everyone's contributions there. Before we get underway, just a couple things to let you know about our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, so be sure to post your picks in the comments below. And of course, our site is Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You'll see Mindy has a great year going here. Ramon as well. Nick has been up there amongst the leaders. Josh as well. Ben has been performing well. Collins as well. You'll hear Collins today. I got a video shoot with him later tonight. Also, probably I'll be shooting with him top of the hour. So lots of contributions here from our cappers. We got some structure set on this on to get the guys to work with me on videos, and that's how we'll be working here moving forward. You'll see a lot of the cappers, newer cappers as well, here on our video channel. And of course, be sure to check us out. All the top cappers here. Find the premium picks here in the center of the page. Our best bets offer great value. Each capper can release one best bet per sport per day. We're locked and loaded here for a big Wednesday's action. Also, $15 premium picks are promotional. Each capper can designate a play from their card as a $15 premium pick to introduce their service to new and existing customers. 3 packs plus offer great value, so check it out there over on our page here. Lots of folks involved here. Of course, remember the profit guarantee. That means the package, your one-day pass must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. Their longer-term passes are not, because they're sold at really good discounts. Also, make note here, if you prefer, many like to buy the plays a la carte from our pick ticker. There you'll see the game, the start time, and the team versus team information. Many folks like to know what they're getting. Well, you can. It's going to cost a little more. That's on the pick ticker with team versus team information. All right, let's get this one underway. With us today here on Game Day Picks, we got Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. Let's bring in Mindy Hahn. You'll catch her over at Tony'sPicks.com, top unit producer for 2023 over at Tony'sPicks.com. Over 4,000 units of profit. She's been on absolute fire. Ready to bring her in right now. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Tony. Enjoying morning basketball. It's my fave.
That's right. Basketball here, full around the clock now.
I might have had some Yankees over here to the side.
So, oh, yes. There is some baseball going off right now, and I was able to catch. I was wondering where the Mountain West games were, and I found out, hey, it's on the app, and it's free. So I was able to catch some of them.
Oh, is that what it is? I was trying to find Fresno State.
Yeah.
And I got it, but I didn't know where I could find Mountain West for sure.
Well, if you got Roku, you got Fire, Apple TV, you just download the app. It's free. It was fast. Didn't have to do any login.
On Apple?
Yeah, if you have any of those, and I'm watching all the first round games, and who knows what else they'll put on their app. So that was pretty cool. I remember the last few years it was on Facebook.
Oh.
now they got grown up.
Ramon first introduced us to live sports on Facebook.
That's right, live sports on Facebook. But now you got the whole Mountain West app. It's television studio quality. So thank you, Mountain West, so we can catch some of their games tonight. But today we're going with Mindy here, a team near and dear to her, Nebraska, here to face Minnesota here, Cornhuskers here. This is a live odds coming in here from a Vegas sports book, so her odds may vary because there's 20 books out there. You're going to get the best numbers, right? This is a book from Vegas, a very popular one. 5 points favorite here, total 138.5.
Yeah, I figured I have to go ahead and do my, homer game here today. It was pretty much all my brother's fault because he's like, Mindy, I need you to, put $10 on the Huskers to win the Big Ten championship at plus 10,000 odds. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it for you. He's like, I'm Venmoing it right now. So it was all his fault that I got excited for Nebraska here to play. So we're going to take a look at this one. Minnesota 8-21 versus Nebraska at 16-15 here for the season. Minnesota, they're losers the last 4 of 5. Did pull an upset victory versus Wisconsin and Rutgers as of late. But Nebraska, on the other hand, have been playing pretty good ball here. They're winners of their last 4 of 5. And they're not just winning. I mean, they're beating folks pretty badly here as of late. They just beat Minnesota 78-67 in the last one. Actually, I'd swept the card here against them. Got both matchups here this season. And the Huskers are also 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games here overall. So playing some pretty nice basketball here. If I take a look at the Huskers here on their 3-week average, Nebraska has the 74th best offense compared to Minnesota having only the 329th best defense in the nation. And Nebraska also playing well defensively as they have the 50th best defense, and Minnesota sitting at 190 for offensive play. I think the Huskers can go ahead and get it done. I like the lines moving a little bit more here in my favor. Started off at about minus 6.5. I'll definitely take the Huskers here at +5 or -5 here today.
All right, Mindy here on the Cornhuskers here laying the 5 in this one. And of course, this Minnesota team has just been a dumpster. You know what? It's struggled from right out of the gate here, just trying to win games. Oh, they did get a couple of covers there. They showed a little improvement. I will give them that credit down the stretch, covering in close calls here against Rutgers and Wisconsin.
Yeah, what did you guys call this yesterday? Wastebasket Wednesday?
Yeah, yesterday was Trash Tuesday because you had a lot of trash teams playing, and today Wastebasket Tuesday. We wouldn't call them trash because they're in wastebaskets because they're major conference bad teams.
Exactly, right. I mean, yeah, we have to wait for a couple more days, I think, to get to some of the bigger name schools here. But, actually, with my brother, calling me, I kind of looked it up, and I hadn't really been paying, too much attention. I kind of go day by day, that's just kind of how it works. But, Nebraska actually has a pretty good chance at maybe, getting this whole thing. I think they're in a much better, the lower half of the bracket rather than the top with, Iowa, Purdue, and the Michigan schools. Instead, they have a chance versus, teams like Maryland that they already beat, Indiana, stuff like that. So I think they actually might have a good shot at getting into the championship game here this season. And it's one of those things, like you said, Nebraska's just been having the better stat line. If you look at the better field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, they out rebound them, the better from 3. Nebraska only has to make sure that they kind of take care of the ball a little bit here today. That's one thing that they can do is get a little bit sloppy. Other than that, I think they'll win this one, pretty handily like they did last time, and maybe have a shot at the Big Ten title. Who knows?
All right, we got Mindy here on record here with her Cornhuskers here laying we got 5 here. Of course, you do your line shopping because we're using a Vegas sports book, one of the sharpest books in the world, where they have the nice pool up there. I'll give you guys a little what we're doing. We got the live feed from them, and this will change as we go. -5 against Minnesota. This one to have a start time here of 5:30 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Of course, we're going to put that record up there, right? On fire for the year. 4,404 units of profit here for 2023. That is all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. As the cat, not the dog this time. I wasn't barking. No. There you go.
The dogs are on the floor sleeping.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
So getting a butterscotch there, liking that play as well. And all right, Mindy, what do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, and Brent's taking them just because they're my team, which, I'll take that too, right? But yeah, I got a lot going on today. I mean, I feel like kind of like how Ramon says, I can't just get enough work in before these games are done. It's just been a lot having these earlier, games that have gone off, taking a look after the show again once we went through the numbers, looking at a lot of figures here. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a lot of action here today so far in college basketball. Went ahead and put up a 5-pack for you so you can take a look at that, plus my guaranteed best bet. Also, I have quite a few. Well, I guess it's not quite a few. I have a 3-pack in the NBA and then also 2 plays in hockey. So I did go ahead and repackage them into a 5-pack as well. So yeah, it seems like just a lot going on, but instead of, just purchasing these a la carte, it would be the better deal to go ahead and purchase something a little bit longer term, like a monthly package, get you through all of this college basketball into maybe we're getting close to some Major League Baseball as well. But yeah, you get the bigger bang for your buck. You get to put more profit in your pocket. So make sure you take a look at some of those longer term plays. I think you'll find that that's where most of the quality is at.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Mindy Hahn over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll run the record again. Fantastic. 4,440 units of profit, 2023. There's all documented. You can verify that by going to Mindy's handicapper page at Tony'sPicks.com. Going to pick history. You'll check it out. Of course, that will land you right on her page and get on board. You know, she's got her NBA 3-pack up there. She'll have more plays up there for you. A lot of the plays for the long-term passes. As some of these games go off, they start to come off the longer-term passes or the one-day passes, and they end up on the pick ticker. So you're going to see a lot of action from Mindy because we're getting all these, early start times, and that means probably the best value there is either if you want to try out Mindy and get all the plays, get a 3-day pass. This will make sure that if these packages break, that you're getting all the plays that are still available there. So the 3-day pass is a roll with. Or again, if you want all tournament coverage, people have been asking. Mindy's been fantastic. The 1-month pass will get you all of Mindy's premium plays here for 30 days. That covers the entire tournament, all the minor tournaments, NBA, NHL as well with that 30-day pass. Remember, the promo code is a Tony T at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. That's $66 off that 1-month pass. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description and click the All Cappers tab, and you'll land right on Mindy's page. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you. Tony 6 Mindy for more plays there, as well as the morning steam. You guys put another show in the books here. A lot of coverage here. All pro games covered. Select few games here from college basketball as well. They can find you as well on the Discord.
Yeah, another awesome show for Team Steam. We had quite a few viewers in the chat. I think the biggest surprise is that we're holding the larger audience for a longer period of time. We used to have everyone come in, and as soon as hockey came on, it was like a deserted island in there. But yeah, now we're keeping close to 100 folks. They know that we've been doing really well, up like 2,100 units in hockey this season. So yeah, make sure you come tomorrow. We will be having more plays in the NBA and NHL, as well as a limited card for college basketball. And if you want us to cover your game for your team, not name the Huskers, we can go ahead and do that tomorrow. Just make sure you go ahead and put the teams that you want us to cover in the Discord, because we will make sure we accommodate everything that's in the Discord. Sometimes when we get to the live show, we may not have enough time, or it's already been covered. So again, if you like ours, Mindy and Ramon, if you like our take on a game, make sure you get that into Discord. So sign up, totally free, and it's fun, and you get lots of winners, right? Had some good prop plays in there today. Just barely missed it by a basket, a big, plus 1,900 one. So thanks to Dan for putting that out there. So yeah, it's a great place to be. Hang out with your friends, drink your coffee in the morning, listen to it on your headphones while you're doing data input at work. But yeah, we're having a really good time. So make sure you check us out every Saturday through Thursday at 8 a.m. Central. And then make sure you get over to Twitter. We give out additional free plays. There's usually some from me, Ramon, Tiffany, Ben. So make sure you get all of those out there as well. You'll get another play in college basketball if you find me at Tony's Picks Mindy in the Twitterverse.
That's right. Check out Mindy there on the Twitterverse at Tony6 Mindy. Here's a snapshot of our Discord, where lots of contributors you see actually in the chat room. And because we pretty much promote this really on our live shows, we got close to over 80, 85. We should be hitting 100 pretty soon here on our Discord. Since we know everybody, right, we ask to use your YouTube handle so everybody knows you. And a lot of great contributions here from the community there with their picks. There are a lot of props, player props. What we don't really cover on the show, that a lot of the community fills in there. So if you need extra picks, or if you have a question, people ask for picks, and a lot of the community members chime in with their opinion here in a nice, courteous, orderly fashion. We have a really high standards there. We kind of got rid of the we don't really have a high level of tolerance for screwballs, pretty much, because people we're using money. It's not just a place for, it's not a playground. Okay, these aren't kids. These are mature adults in here, and everyone acts respectful, because there are women in there, and we ask you, everyone ask respectful in there, if you would, and keep the language clean. They're in the Discord, so that's where you guys can find us out right there for more information. All right, Mindy, it's always great having the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, there is a couple of us women in there, so we prefer it if we get some more ladies. We want to make that to be the norm in sports betting and in handicapping, rather than not. So don't be shy. Get out there, get into these chat rooms, and do some good work.
Absolutely. So find the link there in the chat, guys, and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. All right, guys, we'll continue here on Game Day Picks. Reminder, make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time. And of course, and participate in our chat room. We have our folks in there, Butterscotch, Brent in there as well, Blake, shout out there, and Mindy in there as well. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Time for Ramon Scott. Catch him there at Tony'sPicks.com. He's been on absolute fire as well. We'll bring in Ramon right now. He's ready to roll with some college hoops. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, college hoops for me here. A little bit of baseball, but also Champions League soccer in action right now. Another match day going on, a couple of games going on in the Champions League today, too.
That's right. Sports everywhere today. All over the place. A lot of conference tournaments tonight. We're excited for this. Ramon's going to be looking at one tonight. Hopefully, I'm going to feel up late for this. That Montana State game. That was something. I think that was the last one to sign off. Montana State here facing Northern Arizona here. Montana State here favored in this one. Total 134.5.
Yeah, Tony, I got you on that one. It actually was the Utah Tech SFA game went even later, but doesn't matter because the problem here is probably going to be for these guys just waking up talking about how late that game went last night in the Big Sky. You figure it went, I don't know, it was definitely past 11 o'clock local time, so maybe tired legs, I don't know. And how do you think? Sometimes tired legs affect the jump shots, it affects offense. I guess it's just a matter of philosophy here in this one. So I'm going to look for this game to go over here tonight, go a little against my usual plays, maybe NAU and Montana State. I've been talking about NAU for the last couple of days, probably since the first game they won, so a little bit of a roll here for the Lumberjacks. They entered the tournament just 9-22. They're 12-22 now. They could be that team. If they win this game tonight, they would be the team entering the tournament with a 13-22 record here in the championship game of the Big Sky. NAU's won 5 of their last 6. They're playing 3 and 4 nights here. They're playing one extra game than Montana State in this one from their play-in game, or first round game of the tournament. They've gone over in 5 straight. Over in 8 of 10, a team that kind of, has had some struggles certainly throughout the season scoring that really has limited their results as far as going over the total, but they scored 83 against the Montana Grizzlies last night. They scored 81 in that upset of Eastern Washington, and they scored 87 against Idaho. Hey, have no fear. They're allowing more than 80 points a game in this 5-game span. So, for me, I don't know. Tired legs may be the call, but when you're a weak team, I think that just means you're more apt maybe to give it up, especially to a team like Montana State that has strong inside players. And NAU, their defensive weaknesses appear to be on the inside. Montana State comes in with a pretty good run of themselves. I mean, they've been a good team all season. They've won 7 straight, 12 of their last 13, 16 of their last 18. They've gone over in 5 of their last 7 games off of a straight-up win, and 5-2 to the over in neutral site games. Montana State, they needed those 2 overtimes last night. They did look gassed, I will say that. At the conclusion of that game, they won it 60-58 in the win over Weber State. Weber, they had some chances down the stretch, and they actually didn't have good shot selection at all. But one guy who never met a shot he didn't like is Raekwon Battle of Montana State. This guy shoots just about as much as anybody in the country, so you do have to focus on him, and that kind of frees it up sometimes when Battle's hot. He only had 17 points last night. I guess that's pretty good considering 60 points, nearly a third of the points. But you got Balo and Ozabor, the inside duo from England. They combined for 30 points in their first meeting against NAU, the big men inside. So not always needing strong legs, when you're the inside guys that might have an advantage. So maybe they run the in and out game there with those guys, Balo and Ozdabor. They also got Darius Brown, pretty good player offensively for Montana State. NAU, no doubt, they're led by Jalen Cohn, 28 points last night in the win. He averages 17 points per game. Nick Mann, Xavier Fuller also playing well right now for NAU. So maybe I'm going against a big move here, Tony. This one opened as high as 138. Yeah, usually maybe I'm a steam guy, ride those moves, and if you're out in front of it or still feel strong. But I got to tell you, Tony, as I've said the past two shows, so far in NCAA conference tournaments, fading the move has actually been the way to go, and it's been the way to go in a big fashion. And I'm going over tonight, 134.5, NAU and Montana State. At the Big Sky final tonight in Boise.
All right, the final there from Ramon here with this game. We're seeing line movements coming down here. This is a live line right now we're getting from Vegas, and it just updated to 134.5. So as Ramon says, we're seeing a lot of steam coming here on this under. I understand the move here, Ramon. I think you probably would too.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and pull up, get me in here. When you look at the box score from last night, I think a lot of the folks, what they do now, the Sharps, they're looking at box scores after these tournaments, looking for minutes. And boy, Brown and Bello went heavy last night. 49 minutes for Brown, 44 for Bello. Those were the two top offensive efficiency players here on the roster yesterday for Montana State. So they're two top guys going well over 40 last night.
They don't have a lot of options, really, on Montana State. So I think that I'm not necessarily going to take the side here. NAU's been a special case in this one. Like I said, they're the team. The NCAA probably crossing their fingers. They don't have to worry if Montana State doesn't win. They're not going to be included in the tournament, despite their strong record this season. They pretty much got to win this game. I don't think they're in, obviously, if they don't win this game. They should win this game. It should end Cinderella's little run here. I don't know if it's not Cinderella if it's a conference tournament, is it? But they should own the advantage there tonight. You see the line just 7.5. That's a lot of respect, but the line has still gone up a bit to Montana State's favor. But some of these books, Tony, open the game 139, 139.5. That's a 5-point move. These moves aren't necessarily working out so far for the Sharps currently. There's a group of people that call it a type of player that will play against these moves, and they're having a great postseason just so far over the first 2 days, and I'm kind of backing that little trend right there. So NAU, great run. They could have enough momentum, I would think, to stay up in this game, considering Montana State's woes a little bit in that game. Obviously, both teams did play yesterday. NAU's got the 3-4. Montana State, meanwhile, has played just 3 games. This will be their third game at the tournament this week. So maybe tired legs, and I think that always is going to take a handicapper to the under, quite frankly. That's the way they'll think. Tired legs, shots not falling, but I see Montana State as an inside team against a weak inside team. So I'm not calling necessarily for the bubble to burst against NAU. Maybe they could even get the money, but in a mismatch, I call it a mismatch anyway, it should be on paper. I think Montana State has more success offensively here than maybe they did against Weber last night. We're seeing some unders, no doubt about it, in a lot of different, mostly I would say, Tony, these unders are happening more in the mid-majors than in the bigger conferences, but they were all mostly mid-majors last night, so we did see several unders go
What do you take out of Northern Arizona shooting? All of a sudden, this team is like shooting lights out, like over 50%. When you look at their last few games, 50, 49, 51, had a one off night there, 41, 53, 52. This team suddenly started to shoot the basketball.
Well, that's the impressive thing, right? When you go into the tournament and can turn up your shooting, right? When usually you head to these neutral sites, and that's not the case. So whether or not NAU's caught lightning in a bottle, I wouldn't be so sure of that. I do like their chances for success. Cone is hot. He was hot last night with those 28 points, and I'm thinking that that's how NAU is able to keep up. Just still a stellar night. They're playing out of their minds, and could continue that here, but I think that they would, in turn, probably still give it up on the other end, trading basket for basket, even in a situation where you would expect the teams to be laboring at this point. Remember, NAU's a 12-win team. That kind of transcends fatigue a little bit. But hopefully, hey, I'm pulling for the Lumberjacks. I'm one of those guys. Let's ruin the dance, and let's bring the. I don't want to ugly steps. That's couldn't say that. Let's just put them in the dance. Let's go Lumberjacks.
All right, Ramon here looking at the underdog. Well, looking at the over in this one, of course, this is a very sharp book in Vegas, one of the sharpest books. This is where all the sharps are hanging out right now, probably where they hang out. There's two to three books. I'll just say Win. You have Circa, you have Westgate. Those are the three sharpest. This line is from one of the sharpest books in Vegas. And you're going to notice that it's obviously it's going to be a lot different than some of the recreational books out there. So the over is the play, and you can see the sharps are pounding that one in Vegas in the sharp books right now down to 134.5. And that's how it looks here. Ramon here over 134.5, 135.5. Do your line shopping. This one will start tonight, 11:30 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. Of course, lots going on today over at Tony'sPicks.com as we have a lot of content up there tonight. A lot of NBA. We got hockey as well. So all these college basketball tournaments here. What do you have going on over at the site? We see great results here. 4,676 units of profit last 30 days documented.
Yeah, I couldn't get too cute with making packages for each individual sport. I ended up on even numbers for the most part. So I'm offering right now, I've got a couple of college games coming up. I put them in a 7-pack for $35 over at Tony'sPicks.com. Get 2 games in college ball, 4 games in the NBA, and 1 in the NHL. Just a 3-game card tonight in the NHL. So I've got a 7-pack. $35 up right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. And once those 2 games drop off the board, those are games that start here, in about 90 minutes or so, maybe even 2 hours. Yeah, I think they're 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific starts. We'll go down to a 5-pack, the games 4 NBA and 1 NHL game in a 5-pack for $30 tonight over at Tony'sPicks.com. Still waiting for some information on some of these NCAA conference tournament games. I will be in action in a few more. Coming off a pretty strong day yesterday, 10-5 overall. Tony also will be involved in the World Baseball Classic. I split my plays last night. We had a winner in the first game, if you will. We had a winner with the Netherlands against Cuba.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, 2 upsets so far, Tony, to update everybody. If they missed it because the late night, one game was at basically late evening. One group of games is going to come to you kind of in the prime time window, at least in the West Coast. Late night out east, usually around 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific for the first group of games. We'll go 1, 2, and then they'll come back again in the real early morning hours. You can watch baseball and breakfast on the East Coast. You can watch baseball in the middle of the night on the West Coast until they get narrowed down and the pool plays over. But 2 upsets so far, Tony. It was the Netherlands getting it done against Cuba. Cuba has a potent team, but they have an older team. They were able for the first time to put major league players on their roster, but most of the best Cuban players were actually left off the roster. Luis Robert, he was on the team certainly, but you have some old veterans on there. Their power hitters were Cespedes and Despaigne, guys who are well past their, but they're out of the game obviously. So basically a veteran roster of some Cuban players, and the Netherlands had an attractive roster of guys like Bogaerts, even Andrelton Simmons, who isn't in the league right now, still has enough to participate in this tournament for the Netherlands. And then Panama, they had the shocker also stunning the home team in one of the pools anyway, Taipei. Big crowd, rowdy crowd, great crowd, but Panama comes in there with pretty much a major league bullpen, and they were able to beat them pretty handily, scored double-digit runs against Taipei. So Panama, they rolled through qualifying. They're one of the just 4 teams that had to go through a qualifying bracket, and they're on a roll right now with a long winning streak. They beat they beat some impressive teams that usually have some pretty good success in Central and South America. So good run right now for Panama to get the tournament rolling. So everyone, if you missed it, just didn't know it was actually starting World Baseball Classic underway. And I might be in action pretty much every night with a game or two. We're usually going to run game sets right now in the pool play, 2 games early, 2 games late. So there's some opportunity there. And you can roll down and check out the rosters. Some of the teams don't have anybody. Great Britain's really up against it, but Italy comes in. They're kind of scattered with some younger major league talent a little bit. So just a different hodgepodge of teams. Not necessarily all-star teams, certainly, unless you're talking about United States, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Japan, the teams you might expect, but Taipei came in there with all the stars that I don't know. Some of us remember from the Chinese Professional Baseball League from the pandemic, not the Korean League, but the CPBL, the ones that played on the island, and their power hitters were really stymied for the first 6 or 7 innings until the game was out of hand. They scored some runs. So World Baseball Classic, just want to update everybody on that. So yeah, pick up my packages over at Tony'sPicks.com tonight. In basketball, just a 3-game card. In hockey, like I said, but there you see it, 7-pack. $35, or the 5-pack for $30 can get your bankroll started tonight. And we'll have more college basketball later, as well as I finalize one more package for the college card tonight. Really like the college card. Coming off a day 10-5 yesterday, 10 wins yesterday here on the website. Keep the roll going. Let's just call it like it is.
That's right. Keep the roll rolling with Ramon here. You see the great results here over the past 30 days. 4,676 units of profit last 30 days. That's all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. And tonight, as Mindy, as Ramon was saying, we got a multi-sport 5-pack NBA and hockey on that 5-pack. Also a 7-pack up there as well, of course, from Ramon. And, of course, the long-term passes this time of the year, great to check them out. You want to do something quick here for a 3-day pass, do that. Get off Ramon's place for the next 3 days. That's tournament coverage here for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's the bulk of the games as the card starts to thin out Saturday and Sunday. So the 3-day pass is a really good value right now. Because it's not going to be a usual weekend. There'll be a lot of great games here on Saturday, Sunday, but the volume is heavy here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 3-day pass, or if you prefer the full tournament coverage, that 30-day All Sports Pass to get you all of the tournament coverage here from Ramon. 1 month, he's in action here from, of course, college basketball, the entire tournament, as well as the minor tournaments, of course, NHL, NBA, and the first week of baseball. You get a good 9 to 10 days of baseball coverage with that 1 month pass. Also, Ramon's in action with UFC as well. A big UFC cards he's had success with. Does a podcast in UFC. He knows the product is very well. So that's another benefit there of that 30-day pass. Remember, the long-term passes include late steam plays, which are plays the cappers put in within 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Usually those are not attached to a 1-day pass because they don't have a lot of shelf life. But if you have a long-term pass, you get those emailed directly. Huge benefit there with the late steam this time of the year, as we're getting. And of course, the teams are playing every day, right? We're getting short rest here, so the information comes in. You get a good tip on a game based on your research, and boom, he'll fire in. And if you're a long-term subscriber, that late steam is emailed right to your inbox. Great time to do it. All right, Ramon, put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon. Also, if we can find content from you over on our website with some embedded video, and of course, we can find the morning steam as well as the Discords happening as well.
Yeah, so check it out. Hopefully my play made it up there on the social media. If not, you can check it out in my embedded video or today on the Tony's Picks website, Tony'sPicks.com. The game is between Texas San Antonio and Rice. So you got a free winner up there, video to check out, another free play if you're looking for more action from me before you, take the plunge. I don't know what you're waiting for. But also I got another one, the leaderboard video, Tony, where I talk about, myself a little bit, but also Tony T. He's on top right there with me on the handicapper leaderboard, and some others as well, including Ben been hot of late. You mentioned as well as Nick and Tim as well. So talked about those guys a little bit and just how they're doing. And look at that video there with me, but hot handicappers from Tony's website. We got a little thumbnail there, so that's the one you click on, and you get the video from me. Not only talking about who's doing well, but also you get that preview video with a pick from one of the games today. So please check it out at Tony'sPicks.com. That one also is on the Tony'sPicks.com YouTube channel as well. So check it out. Another free winner for you. I've been doing pretty well on those videos. Gives you another arsenal. Tonight's game comes to you from the MEAC between Delaware State and North Carolina Central. Let's not forget about some of those conferences competing this weekend. So please join us tomorrow for our Thursday edition of the Morning Steam at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, 8 Mindy time tomorrow as we have our final show of the week. We'll preview the action from Thursday. Doing pretty well on our Morning Steam picks. You see it there. We're profitable for the year with our crew. It's me, it's Mindy, and it's everyone in the chat, including some of the folks you might be seeing here. If you got the full screen chat on, we hang out. Everyone gets their picks. It's not just Mindy and I. Tony, you can follow a hot handicapper from our crew if you just are in there every day. You know who's been kind of hot, and they'll have picks, and you can kind of tail some of them if you'd like as well. But make sure you just check us out. Hey, if you don't watch it live, be one of our viewers that watches it on delay. We always are excited about our current little run of record-setting live viewers, but really the show itself gets viewed usually 5 or 6 more times than that overall. So thank those viewers as well, maybe even more so, because we know that they outnumber our live views, believe it or not. So the Morning Steam, Mindy, Han, and I, Saturdays through Thursdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Central, 6 Pacific, every NBA game, every NHL game, select college games, whatever college game you'd like, go in the Discord, tell Mindy, hey, I want to see this game, and we'll put it up there for you on the next day's show. If you come in and at the last minute and, hey, preview the game in 5 minutes, and Tony's got a video where say, hey, so we got a video up there, and it doesn't do us much good to put some of them with a little bit of shelf life. It's a little bit more laborious than it might be worth, but we've got them almost all covered here on the Tony'sPicks.com YouTube channel, especially now they're whittling down the teams. Going to be down to our field of 68 here very, very soon, and we'll have a lot of fun next week for sure with tournament madness here at Tony'sPicks.com. Plenty of winners coming. Just take a look at the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot, as I like to say, Tony.
That's right. See who's hot on the leaderboard. Here's the Discord, guys. So make sure you get join in the sportsman discussion and more picks from our community as well as the cappers there. Of course, click the link in the live chat to get over there, and I also put the live chat on a replay, so our replay viewers can see that as well in there as well. We got to remember to do that on the morning stream show to get that live chat archived.
Yeah.
So we'll get that rolling there. So guys, check it out there, and of course, as we mentioned here, more picks here from Ramon over on the side on their homepage, and as far as he takes care of our leaderboard update video as well, so you'll be able to catch that up there every day on just clicking our premium picks tab, and you will get there and find it there. Just hitting the premium picks tab, that'll be our live leaderboard. Ramon Scott, our free pick from Ramon Scott every day, and we are working on getting more thumbnails on all our videos. We'll have one on game day picks. I got the one from Morning Steam, but I don't want to be a ball hog. They put my big picture up there. I said, no, put Ramon and Mindy's big picture up there because they do the show. Don't put my picture on that one. So we got a Morning Steam thumbnail done already. I'm taking care of all the art on the site. I just decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. So we're going to have I don't want to be the ball hog here with my picture on every thumbnail, especially when Ramon and Mindy are doing the Morning Steam. But anyway, yeah, we'll have that one done probably tonight, tomorrow. I'll get it to Ramon so we can update it every day. So yeah, we got lots. So we'll have that up there, looking nice with our thumbnail designs. You guys, shout out to our art department and our video editing staff for getting all this work done. And the communication has been great. So happy with all that. All right, Ramon, as always, great having you on the show. Continue the great success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Thank you. See you then.
You got Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Hey, guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us and get the plays in real time. All right, let's continue on here on the show. I think we need to get the thumbnail up there. Yes, this we know what happened here. Okay, let's continue on here. I will change this one. I think. Let's continue on here on the show. It's time for my pick, and let's actually, I got the full graphic for this one here. Where are we at here? So here we again, whenever I have a new graphic, I have to refamiliarize myself with my board here. Is this the full one here? Yeah, here's the full one. Thunder and the Suns. These are live odds coming in from a very sharp Vegas book. We got the Suns 13.5. The total sits here at 230. What a juicy money line there is on the Thunder. I know they've got some injuries, but my goodness. But no, we're gonna go. We're gonna take the points here with the Thunder here plus 13.5. I know. Hey, I saw someone in the comments. Yeah, SGA's hurt. Yeah, I know SGA. We know SGA's hurt. But you know what? It's a lot of points here, right? We've seen. The Thunder are used to playing without SGA. And of course, 13.5 is a lot of points, and of course, it is a back-to-back spot here. But remember, the Thunder are in a playoff hunt, right? They are very close to that 10th seed, so they've got something to play for. And I'm just not comfortable here laying the points. Of course, look at the Suns here. They did come off that nice win here against Dallas. They give 126 points, giving up 49% shooting to Dallas, 39% from three. And of course, the Suns, they have won 3 of 5 here at home, but in minus 2.2 net rating, they give up a lot of points here, 117 points per 100 possessions here at home over that period of time. So I'm just not comfortable laying the points here with the Suns laying this many points. So I'll be looking here at the Thunder here, Thunder plus 13.5. I was just looking at Butterscotch. Oh, I think he's going to change his. I think he's going to change something there. I was wondering to understand what his change, maybe his Discord name. But anyway, Thunder here plus 13.5 against the Suns. This one will have a start time 7:30 Eastern Time. And it lines up right there with the big sharp books. Everybody pretty much at 13.5 right now on this one. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com. Right now, what I have up there, 5 premium plays up on the board. Best bets from both NBA and college basketball as well. And a 3-pack tonight. Mixing up the 3-pack here with college hoops and NBA, but I do have best bets, 2 best bets on the board tonight, as we've got NBA and college hoops. Swept the best bets last night, so we're looking forward to doing it again tonight. And of course, we put together a 3-pack here with NBA and college hoops. So 5 plays up there for you right now. Get on board. Or again, the long-term pass may serve you well, right? We have a 30-day pass. You get all my premium plays for 30 days. That would cover the entire NCAAB tournament. All my NBA, as well as the first week of baseball, right? We're not too far away from the start of baseball. We start later in the month here in baseball. So good time to get on board there. Remember the promo code. You can save $66 off that 1-month pass when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access my page by clicking the link on the description. Click the All Cappers tab, then you'll land right on my page. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on the show here. Oh, was his Twitter name? That's what Butterscotch was talking about. Okay, I was wondering what he meant by that. He was going to change the name. All right, let's continue on here, guys, on the show, and let's do the recap. Here are the plays that we have for today. All right, Mindy got a start. She liked Nebraska here, lay the 5.5 against Minnesota. Ramon was on Northern Arizona and Montana State over 135.5. I'll be on the Thunder plus 13.5 here against the Suns. All right, that's going to do here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat today. John Todd, appreciate your contributions. Butterscotch as always. Mindy in there. Brent Cook and Blake. Thank you everyone for that. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys live with us, get the plays in real time. And of course, get the best numbers, and always shop for the best numbers, and always contribute in our chat if you would. Remember, the conversation continues on our Discord. Click the link there in the chat box. A lot of picks in there, a lot of sports betting discussions. Remember, get your requests for the morning steam for college basketball. They don't cover every game, so get your requests on the games you like covered. So Ramon and Mindy have a head start to get the graphics set up, and it speeds up the show a little bit so they get the graphics set up and they can have the content ready for you to deliver. So make sure you guys do that. All right, a little bit notes about today. I do have a video shoot in about 15 minutes with Pravi. Pravi has 4 picks. We're gonna cover games tomorrow. So we'll have Pravi. We'll have picks from the hockey: Devils, Capitals, Oilers, Bruins. They'll also have a pick for you from Warriors, Grizzlies, and then in college basketball, Mississippi State and Florida. So I'll be shooting with Pravi here in a little bit for tomorrow's games. They're not live yet. We're still working. We're brand new guys, so we want to make sure we do it. Collins will join me later tonight, and we have some picks from Collins coming in about. I'll be shooting with him about 10 Eastern time tonight. So you're going to see a lot more of our cappers here. Delivering videos. I'll be working with them on that. So a lot of excitement there. Also, I'm looking forward to meeting here with Hollywood Sam. He's in the air today, flying. So we'll get together with Sam, Josh, Tim, a lot of the new guys. We put a schedule together here. A little calendar, I think they call it calendar. I put my availability, and if it matches up, they set an appointment, and then we get together and we do the video. So I'm going to be doing a video shoot in about 13 minutes right now with Pravi. All right. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today. I'm going to go ahead and wait goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again here tomorrow on Game Day Picks.